Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Junk in My House. And what I'm showing you guys today are some of my pens from my pen collection. In the previous video titled My Pen Collection, I show off not all of them, but pretty much what's inside here, all the different pens that I have. I have the Pilot pens, I have Bic pens, I have pens I've gotten from companies, I have Z-grip pens, I have a wide variety from 0.5, 0.7 all the way to 1.0. I prefer writing with a 0.7 tip rather than a 0.5 or 1.0. I think it's a good balance in between. 0.5, I would go for a 0.5 tipped pen if you're doing more if you need finer documents, as in like auditing or keeping track of like a ledger or time. So if you have to write like in a small box, so like for example, like this pen here, this pen is good for what I just stated like right now. If you have to write like really small, like I'll rewrite this like right here. And if you have to edit work, let's say you're grading some, if you're a teacher and you're grading papers or proofreading, doing something, the thinner tip is going to be good for editing and going over those words, so in that way it doesn't cover it up as well. I personally don't use these that often. The 0.7, this is a 0.7, so like right now, I'll rewrite it right now. Just like that. I think it's perfect, and this pen's actually really good. There's just some pens that are just like way too thick, like this one over here. This is a nice looking pen, it's really nice. I've dropped it a couple times, so it's kind of banged up, but if you have to go and sign some important documents at like a bank or closing a deal or whatever it is that you do, you want a nice show, go for this pen too. But as you can see here, let's see if the camera focuses on it. Yeah, it's really thick in comparison to the other ones. Let's see, focus, there we go. If it focuses, it'll focus, there we go. You can see here, like Junk in My House, I'll rewrite it. Get a different writing experience too overall. I mean, to some people, it doesn't really matter. I think it does, just because I'm pretty big on handwriting. I used to have pretty messy handwriting when I was younger, but I had a teacher that stopped accepting all my work just because I would write chicken scratch, and she would just flat out not accept my work. And she didn't want us typing anything, she wanted everything handwritten, so it just forced me to have nicer handwriting. So I like it. Handwriting's very important, I think, because it's a form of communication. So there's that one. Another one that I like simple pens, really, I do. Pilot's like my favorite brand of pens. They have a wide variety of pens, different styles. This one's clear. I have the other one right here, my favorite one, the Pilot G2. This one's a 1.0 pen, but this is my go-to pen usually in 0.7 form. Another one right here. Let's see, testing out this pen. So that's for just writing purposes. If I want to draw or doodle, I'm going to go for the 1.0 went for the 1.0 thickness or the liquid ink pens, like the gel pens. Like those are better for, I think, for like doodling and drawing. Like this one, you can tell right here. The ones that smear, if you were to, also doesn't smear, but point is it's darker, and if you're doodling, we'll draw a pyramid. It's just better for detail wise, I think. Draw some circles here. Or if you're gonna do a signature too, I'm not gonna do my signature on camera, but you get the idea. You can see the thicker lines, so one would think that it's better, and I think it is. So draw a smiley face. It's like an anime smiley face. Like that. There we go. See? Better for drawing. Give him a little beard too, maybe. That's his party hat. I didn't even plan on drawing that. It just kind of worked out that way. So, yeah, there's that one. I have another one over here. Foray. So you can see tip's different. Let's see if there's ink in this one. Should be. Yeah, this one's running low on ink. But these types of pens, they are more like a Sharpie pen than just a regular normal ink pen. You can write too. Let's see. I just don't like them usually because they bleed through. They do look good, and if you push down, like I push down really hard on my pens, so it'll leave like a spot. You can barely see it, but it's like a small detail. If I'm writing in like another language, like if I'm writing in Russian or Arabic, I'm gonna want a more fine pen. Fine meaning like the smaller tip pen, like I was showing earlier, like with this one. Just because there's a lot of details and dots that have to go in certain places, and well, if you're watching this and you know how to write in like Arabic or Russian or any language where there's a lot of detail involved, like in the characters, then you'd understand. I haven't perfected my handwriting in other languages, but started writing in English. I think I did pretty good. What else? I have this pen. It's a multicolored pen, and it has a pencil. It gets stuck sometimes though, but you can write it with it as well. It's a lead pencil. Oh, there we go. I can use the pen. Running out of ink, so I use it a lot. And then I don't know what kind of pens you guys like. I know there's people out there, they buy like Mont Blanc pens and others like that and spend a couple $100 for a pen. At the end of the day, a pen's a pen, but if there's like a specific clientele that you're working with, or you just like finer things in life, then you can go with those pens too. If I'm just on the go and I have some paper with me, I always take like the simple pens, something like this. Just a regular Papermate pen. They're easily replaceable. You can buy a box of them for less than $10. I haven't bought them in a while, but just a nice simple pen and it does the job. And these are pens. I have it in orange also. Pilot G2.7. I have a lot of other junk too in my house. That's the reason I started this channel, just to go over everything, you know. Not only what I have, but what other people have. I mean, what collections do you guys have? Like, what do you guys have stored away in your house that, you know, is just collecting dust? I mean, this is collecting dust in my house. That's what I really want to know. Leave a comment down below. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike if you didn't like my video either. It's totally cool. I'm gonna keep on making the videos regardless if you guys like it or dislike it. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.